Jesus Christ. That's a lot of hair. I feel like I'm at like a Persian carpet factory.
We are here in Durham with our friends Sommer and David. We are parked here in the driveway of their casa, and conveniently those two also have dreadlocks, and so we figured there's no better time than to do the dreadlock video. FYI, these guys each also have their own YouTube channels. If you feel like you want to go and watch and support, you're welcome to go and observe. Sommer goes by Summer Daydreams and David goes by Think Wilder?
Yes.
Cool. Oh, you know who those people are.
Star of the show.
Juby worked very hard on making this magnificent dinner, and we're actually going to take time to spend with our hosts because it's been such a busy week, and we're going to relax and we're going to enjoy our Friday.
Do you have something to add? Cutie pie. Post dinner.
So cute.
It's like someone got into the cookie jar.
And I have a gift for Julie and a special message for you.
Thank you, dude.
You're welcome.
Spicy cauliflower,
Oh.
cabbage, and avocado, tomato, salsa, and jalapenos, peppers, corn, and flour tortillas. Azalea enjoyed her dinner very much.
Those tacos were the...
Yeah!
Let's go. Alright, you're gonna go on your own. Alright, here we go. Let's go. Go towards D. There we go. Hang on tight. One foot up to the other. There you go. You got this, girlfriend. Keep on trucking. Come on, let's go. Yeah, now you're getting it. Alright, I'm gonna drop you off in the grass here and you're gonna be good to go, okay? Now you wanna go help mom? Yep, there you go. Babes, what are you doing today?
I am gonna do a deep clean.
Yeah? What are you deep cleaning? The bus?
My scalp.
How's that scalp looking?
It's looking pretty gnarly probably. I haven't done a deep clean since we lived in Durham, which is bad. You should do them more often than that.
How often should you do a deep
Maybe
clean?
like once or twice a year would be better.
Yeah?
Yeah. Fill it up about 3/4 way full of water that's nice and warm. I've got on pre-order right now a deep clean pack. It's called the Deep Root Cleanse, and it's what I use when I do the deep clean. It's a blend of all kinds of different salts and baking soda, and then apple cider is optional. It's going to come with an oil that you can use as well to give it extra scent and all the healing properties that it's going to need. Just FYI, I'm trying to be aware of all my packaging, and so I decided to find sustainable, biodegradable packaging for these salts. So this one is actually compostable. And this is 1/3 of a scoop, but I'm going to do about a cup. Thank you, Azalea, for stirring that up so gracefully.
Good job, Zay. Good job, Zay.
I'm just gonna pour the rest of that in there. Why not, hey? So because there's black, there's black Hawaiian rock salt in here, so it already has a little bit of a murky color, which is a little deceiving. But don't be alarmed, it's really good for your skin. I'm throwing a little argan oil, just a tiny splash, just to keep everything hydrated. Today I'm using my winter equinox essential oil blend. You can put however much you want in, really. I just put a few splashes. Make sure you can smell it really well. So good. Like I said, apple cider vinegar is optional. I'm just gonna put a tablespoon. It's all mixed up. Now I'm just gonna dunk my head in it for like 10 minutes. Are you gonna help? Boo.
Oh yeah, dunk it, dunk it, dunk it, dunk it, dunk it, dunk it.
I can hear all the bubbles.
Oh god. Smells delish.
I don't know how. Whoop, I need to get the back of my head. Yeah.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Juby is just that amazing that she does yoga during her deep cleanse. Position number 3. Oh my god.
Get that scalp, you get all the dandruff, and the wound, and give yourself a nice massage.
Because I have so much hair, homegirl has to have the extra large towel. I mean, there was the black volcano salt in there, which gave it a little brightness, but that's like near black. That's kind of gross.
Yeah. There was a sort of Loch Ness monster in there.
Yeah, my head feels super light and clean and fresh. My hair feels soft and yeah, lighter. All of it, all the good stuff. So I used to go like this and wring my hair out, but I decided that wasn't good for my locks anymore, and so I don't twist to wring my hair out. I just kind of squeeze the water down to the tips whenever I'm done washing. Let it kind of run through. When I get done with the shower, I always use this. It's a hair serum that I made. I sell it online on my website. I have a lot of hair. It depends on how much I feel like I need, but I normally take an entire dropper, 1 to 2 droppers per application. So I'm just gonna do 1 dropper today because I did the cleanse, shed a little oil in it. I most of the time do it when my hair is wet, and I do it in the roots just so that it's for the new growth and my scalp and all that good stuff. Some people don't like to use oil in their hair, and it's just personal preference. I don't use it every day. I use it maybe like once or twice a month, so it kind of just depends on what you feel like your hair needs. This is how I dry my hair, my wet mop. And because my hair hangs out, I fold it in first and then fold it double time. Squeaky clean.
Hey guys, welcome to Sunday Family Day. We're going to be diving into our dreadlocks, and so we're going to take this opportunity to talk, that's right, about our dreadlocks.
Questions that we get asked all the time. So I have had my dreads for a total of 9 long years of my life.
I've had my dreads for, good lord, since 2013. What does that make it? 6 years, roughly. Although I will say, they're not all the same age. 4.5 years, give or take, my entire head's been dreaded.
I started my locks by back brushing them. I used this tool. I basically just took sections of my hair and brushed it backwards. I started on the back underneath and then did one whole side and then the other whole side. It took about a week to 2 weeks to do all of them. It was really exhausting to hold your arms up, palm roll. I went probably an entire week with one whole side of my head with dreadlocks and the other whole side was just curly hair. At the time I think I was using dreadlock pepper stuff, but I've found better alternatives and things that I've been able to make for myself that I use now on a regular basis.
It was interesting how mine started. My hair was so curly that over time I had a few dreads actually develop in the back. It started with like 2 or 3. It just became a mess. They kind of slowly started to dread. We added more in there. We cleaned things up. We separated ones that were starting to grow together. And over the course of probably like a year, year and a half, I have some that are like super thin, some that are super thick, some that are really long, some that are medium, some that are short. So mine is kind of like a color melange.
So it's the second time I've had dreads. The first time was a whole nother story, but this time I was going through a patch in my life where I was struggling a lot with alcoholism, and I needed to find a way to ground myself and remind myself who I was and distract my mind with doing things that I enjoyed and brought me happiness and positivity. Dreadlocks had been a thing that I had previously tried to accomplish before, but wasn't quite mentally prepared for that. And so eventually came back around. So I began making dreads, and it helped me ground myself and has been the backbones of building myself to who I am today.
So for me, I really appreciated the style and the culture. I mean, it's just an amazing hairstyle, but where it's gone a little bit deeper than that, it's all just been a part of a personal journey, similar to Juby. Through my dread growth, I've also been able to really appreciate my personal growth in it as well. You know, when I started out, I was a much different person in the beginning, and it's kind of just been a journey that I can appreciate. You know, this hair is filled with a ton of memories of things that I've done over the past 6 years, mistakes I've made, accomplishments and goals that I've been able to reach. I had dreads a couple times. The first couple times I had dreads, I did not have the patience. I did not give them the time they needed to lock up, and so I would cut them. That happened like twice, and then finally the third time when I had dreads and I actually had the patience. Oh my God, everyone thinks I smoke weed. And then also conversations with random strangers generally tend towards talking about weed. It's crazy, which, don't get me wrong, I completely respect it. I think there's a lot of value in it. I haven't smoked weed in many, many years, and that's just like a personal choice of mine.
Do you have a lighter? The assumption that I always have a lighter. I don't always have a lighter. Do I wash my hair? Of course, it's hair and it gets gross, and I definitely wash my hair.
Side note, yes, I do wash my hair. I do clean my hair. It's a beautiful hairstyle. It's amazing. It's a hairstyle that you invest in, and over time, it just gets more and more beautiful. There's also so many different things that you can do with it. Put them up, you can put them down. I don't know, being a guy with long hair, I love that. I think it's an aspect of you that's so beautiful. So you know when you lay down and you have a pillow? Well, you know when you lay down and you have like one too many pillows and your neck's like this? That's like having long dreadlocks. And so, like whenever I have it in a bun and I lay down, I have this extra pillow. So there's a con. It kind of hurts my neck. But a plus is, when you're laying down on grass, you already have a pillow right there waiting for you. Scratchy, it's itchy, and it's hot. And so, you know, when you're hanging out in the middle of the summer and it's like 95 degrees, it's freaking hot. It's not a lot of maintenance, it's just different maintenance.
A good thing about having dreadlocks is that you don't really have to brush your hair, which is kind of nice, because I had really curly hair. Since they have grown so much, and or as long as they are, they have gotten really heavy and scratchy, and kind of they get stuck under me. I sit on them all the time. It's hard to get out of the car or like close the door or move around in bed, and it's very hot in the summer. Being the length that they are now is that I can put them in all kinds of different hairdos, and I don't need hair ties. I just use my hair.
I take soap, put it on the scalp, scrub it nice. Dr. Bronner's, that's the jam. Peppermint, makes your scalp feel amazing. Yeah, I do that probably like once a week.
So I wash my hair about once a week, maybe if I remember.
She never washes her hair.
That's not true, man. I do wash my hair. Probably more like maybe twice a month, so once every 2 weeks. It takes a while to dry, so I do the best I can to use a hair dryer or wash my hair in the morning or in the day, so I have the rest of the day for it to dry. Nobody likes sleeping on a wet pillow. Am I right?
I've been working with Kat for probably a couple years now. I really like her work. She's amazing. Love to support her. And when you find someone that works on your dreads that you like the work they do, you stick with them. Her style, using the crochet method, for me, it works for me. That's the one I prefer. And so I go to her about twice a year, and she's magnificent.
Ready? Yeah. Alright, so here we are with Justin, and we're doing lock maintenance on his dreadlocks. I think it's been about 8 months. right now we have two that are conjoined, and sometimes we like to let them be conjoined and sometimes we just don't, and we have to separate the two. Just have to go very slowly with it so that you do not actually damage the hair or separate a part of it that you don't want to. Make a part, make sure that I've separated it correctly. As you can see, the hair is fairly loose. It's about almost an inch of loose roots. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn the dreadlock in the same direction as we always do, which on this side of Justin's head I will turn it clockwise. And then I will use some of Moonflower Child's lock tightener. Rub it into the root really well. Several back and forth motions for about like 30 seconds tops, as I will then turn the dread clockwise again. Any of the loose hairs that you see right here, I will pull them all to one side, and I will stick my crochet hook through, and I will grab those loose hairs and I will pull them back through the opposite end of the dread. As you can see, I'm pulling them back through right now. And when you get the hang of it, you can actually just keep weaving it in and out. On most mature dreads, you do not need to go all the way down. Getting frizzies is normal, obviously, so most of the time, unless something needs a lot of work, I only pay attention to the root and the new growth. Sometimes I'll go back over it once more. And there we have a new and well-maintained dreadlock.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun. For maintenance on Justin's dreads, 2.5 to 3 hours average.
When I maintain my locks, I just use my hands and my fingers. I sometimes use blend that I made. I don't always, and if I do, it's primarily on the top of my head and the sides. The back naturally gets matted on its own, so I don't have to do as much work for that. But I basically take with my fingers the lock that I'm working on, and I create a divide, and I'll basically just pull that dreadlock through that space that I created and pull it through. And then when I continue doing that, I'll go the opposite direction so that I'm creating more of a knot. I'm building multiple knots through my dreadlocks, including the kind of mattedness that's surrounding them. So I guess I kind of see my locks less as like a matted lock and more so as like a knotted lock. When you get up really, really close, you can kind of see all the different loops, directions that the hair is going, whereas with Justin's just matted together in one uniform kind of way. I've never had anyone work on my hair before. I just always done it myself. It's really addicting. Once I start, I can't stop, and I tend to just go one dreadlock at a time and do the whole head in a day. Always, always, always find that I've forgotten at least 1 or 2 dreadlocks somewhere in there, and like weeks later, I'm like, uh-oh, you need to get tightened. I use oils on occasion, nothing crazy, and I don't use them often. I just do it to keep the hair hydrated and somewhat healthy.
Some of the hair breaks and so some of the ends fall off, short little pieces. But other than that, no, I don't cut or trim them. No need.
As they've been getting longer, there's definitely been breakage that's happening. So I have some that are way longer than others, and that's because they tend to be breaking all at a certain point, like where the beginning of my locks first started, where I back brushed them together. Now they're kind of getting weak, where I transitioned into the more interlocking method. It's not often, and it's not the end of the world. It maintains a good length, and the weaker hair just kind of like finds its new home in the rubbish. So I had bangs when I first made my locks 9 years ago, and then I made them into dreadlocks. When I first made them, they were so tiny that one of the hairstyles that I did was I would just take them here in the front and I would just make like a bun just for my bang dreadlocks here in the front. Probably about a year ago, 2 years ago, I wanted bangs again, and so I just kind of like pulled hair out and brushed it, and now I'm just growing it out again, so you can see it's kind of like wavy curly. I want to make a whole video on different hairstyles and ways that you can wear your do's. And that will go on Patreon. My husband is telling me to tell you. I tend to just wear it down a lot, and lately I've been wearing it a whole bunch. It's just like a little leather clip with a wooden stick. I either pull it back and clip it, or I bring it up above and clip it, kind of like that. I do the turban, so I just kind of wrap it around and wear it in a big bun like that. A high ponytail. Braiding is fun, I enjoy it. It gets stiffer, so it's a bit like a walrus tail. It's just kind of like whoosh whoosh, you know. It's not as, it looks nice, but it's a little bit tricky to wear it, I feel like. Yeah, I used to do the Princess Leia on the sides, but now I have so much hair that they just kind of sag down. So take advantage of the length that your hair is now and doing the styles that you have now, because you won't be able to do them the same way. I've been taking them out, but I used to have a lot more hair wraps and stuff. I don't know, I just didn't have a calling to have hair wraps anymore. So yeah, dreadlocks have been good for me. I've enjoyed them, and I want to reach 10 years. I don't foresee having them for forever. I will shave my hair when I'm ready and go for like a whole vendetta look. The best advice I can give you if you're starting dreadlocks or wanting to get dreadlocks is start with one.
Biggest piece of advice that I would give is patience. It's so worth the patience. You might not like the way they look in the beginning, but it's so worth the wait, and it's also worth the journey too. It's an amazing experience, and for each one it's different and it's unique, and that's beautiful. I would say also good luck with your dreadlock journey.
Yes, she can have them if she wants them.
That's totally her decision when she is of age to make that decision.
If you have more questions, throw them in the comments below and we'll do the best we can to get to those. We love having dreadlocks.
We love our dreads, and they love us.
And I guess with that, we'll just see you next week. Right?
Enjoyed the video. We'll miss you guys.
If you want any of the products that we showed you guys in this video, you can check out the Moonflower Child.
Smells like there's a poo in there.
She has one. She could check out the
Oh my god.
the Moonflower Child website. Everything right now is on pre-order until the end of the month, and yeah, if you've ordered something there, it will come out to you at the end of September.
Sweet. Ooh man, if you had smell vision right now. Woo, we're gonna go change this stinker. Bye.
Peace.
Have a good week.